Hello folks, this is Alex here from BWOne.com. Today I'm here to do a video review of the LG Lucid from Verizon. Verizon is definitely pulling out all punches to bolster their 4G LTE lineup in 2012. Not only are they continuously pumping out devices, they're making it a mandatory standard to have all future smartphones released on their network capable of actually accessing their LTE data speeds. I've stated this before many times that this is a genius move played by Verizon and can only assure any consumer that their money is being spent wisely when going with the Big Red. And stating that the LG is also on a spree of pumping out devices from all spectrums, the LG Lucid 4G LTE is another device that fits the criteria of a mid-range smartphone by Verizon standards. But in actuality, the Lucid is by far the most capable and powerful device ever released in America that can single-handedly redefine the budget smartphone market. Something the Motorola Atrix for AT&T tried to do, but ultimately failed at. But from a design standpoint, the LG Lucid is it's a pretty sexy device. On the back, you have this blue, blackish, reddish tint. It's plastic. Let me take it off for you guys. The back cover. It's durable plastic. It's pretty nice and hard, hard curves. It's nice and smooth. It is glossy, but it isn't too glossy. As you can see, you do get fingerprints, but other than that, it's not that bad. I'm gonna put the back cover back on for you guys. On the side, LG has made these pretty nice. They're not chrome. It's more almost silverish in color. Sides on the side of the device. You got your micro USB and then your volume rocker, which is not even. It's not flush, so that's good. You can definitely feel the raise of the volume keys. But this looks like a button, but it doesn't actually do anything. And it's only there to complement the power button on this side. This is a great placement. I love this placement for the power button. As you can tell, if you hold your device like this, you always know where it's going to be, and it's not flush again, so it's easy to press without even looking. But other than that, this side is very clean, very slick. There you go. Got your microphone down there. 4G LTE, like I stated before, this is a budget device, but all future smartphones of Verizon will have 4G LTE, so the LG is definitely one of them. You have your front-facing camera up here. This is a 4-inch. Yes, it's going to be a 4-inch screen on the LG Lucid. It has its Nova display. It's an 800 by 480. It's an IPS LCD display, which is always a plus. You got your 5-megapixel camera. You got your 5-megapixel camera on the back with an LED flash. Your 3.5mm headphone jack. This camera actually shoots 1080p, which is very surprising for a device priced at $79.99. Alex here from BWOne.com doing a video sample of the LG Lucid's HD camera, 1080p. As you can see, very vibrant colors. I'm in a very weird area. The tree is kind of blacking out the sunlight. As you can see, it's transitioning into better quality as I switch it around. But it's not bad. Colors aren't too washed out. Lacking a little bit of detail, but I'm presuming that's just because of my lighting conditions. There you go. True colors. They're definitely comparable to the actual seeing them. Okay, LG fits all of this inside a very reasonable package, coming in only 11 millimeters thick. Prying off the rear cover, we're gaining access to a 1700 milliamp hour battery. You got your micro SD slot, which is right there. It's spring loaded, so that's cool, as well as your usual assortment of Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, GPS, and mobile hotspot feature on here. Out of the box, its internal memory breaks down a little bit. It's only 4 gigabytes, but because you do, and actually only 1.32 gigabytes are reserved strictly for apps, but because it does have this micro SD slot, that won't be a problem. Just upgrade it up. You'll find your usual capacitive buttons on the bottom. There you go. LG has changed this a little bit. They used to be different in their older models of their LG devices, but as you can see, they're nice and bright. And when you turn off the screen, it almost looks like an ice cream sandwich Nexus because you can barely see the capacitive keys, which is a nice little touch. LG really tried to make the device feel compact and sturdy in the hand, and they've definitely achieved this. I began to fall quickly with the power button placement again because it just feels natural, and the top is curved. Let me get that angle on there for you. It's a very unique design for a budget device. As you can see, it's curved, and it gives you nice placement up here in your index finger, and it's a very, very appealing device. let me emphasize the fact that this is Lucid is capable of accessing 4G LTE on Verizon's network. That's a big plus. You can't beat what LG's offering here. From a software standpoint, LG is known for doing this, packing great hardware but running Gingerbread. And this isn't stock Gingerbread like their cheaper devices. This is Gingerbread with their custom skin on it. As you can tell, it's brighter colors, bumpier icons. It's similar to Samsung's TouchWiz, but this is a copycat lead as we've seen before, so that's okay. Let me start off by saying that the speed on this dual-core 1.2 gigahertz S3 Snapdragon processor is blazing fast. I think that LG has optimized the software with the hardware to the max because I've never seen a Gingerbread device with a custom skin run this fast. Let me just open up some applications for you guys and just see how fast it really is. Open the phone, go back, swipe between home screens, go to the applications. They've done, I wouldn't say it's bad, but it's not intuitive. They have section tabs as the app tray instead of just having a list of apps. It would be better if they just had an alphabetical order, selection that you can do. But it does help, if you want to be an organized person. Usually with Android, people just put widgets on the home screen, so that isn't too bad. Go to the browser for you. See, that was instant, guys, and there was no catch. I haven't opened up the browser. I cleared all the catch for you. Let me go to the website, as always. Okay, what am I doing? Okay. The keyboard is great. The haptic feedback is amazing. BWOne Tech World in high definition. Now, I'm not on my Wi-Fi network for the sole purpose of showing you how fast 4G LTE is. It's not as fast in my area, but that's just one small knock because Verizon's 4G LTE network is fast, point blank fast, better than my home network speeds if I was somewhere else. But scrolling's great. Pinch to zoom. Nice in quality. A taskbar. They've done a nice little thing with the notification bar up here. You got your sound, Bluetooth, GPS. You can customize that in the settings menu. Everything's themed, but not to the max. Speaking of themes, LG has done something pretty cool. You go to settings, let you see how that's regular Gingerbread device. But if I go to settings, go to themes, you can pick these different themes here to kind of customize your device, sort of like HTC Sense has those different color, variations of designs that you can pick from. But they're not me. I'm definitely not that kind of guy. I love hacking my device and just having stock. But other than that, it's a nice little touch for the average consumer. So it's definitely a plus. Going towards the camera, this is a highlight of the device. You have all your options like the usual on here. You got your photo, then you got your video, easy switch. Going back. Now, LG has continued to impress me with the overall quality of the device. The camera coincides with that same enthusiasm. Even in low light conditions, the single LED flash here on the back just does enough so details can be made out without too much difficulty. The 1080p HD video recording wasn't bad. You couldn't compare it to the likes of other smartphones like the One X or the Apple iPhone 4S. But the frame rate was actually pretty amazing, as I found no choppiness when stabilizing with the stabilizing feature on the device. How LG has priced the device at $799 after mail-in rebate, I don't know, but it's definitely bang for your buck. I mean, this is a high quality device. A gigabyte of RAM, 1080p HD recording camera, dual core processor, third generation Snapdragon, so you're not too far off from the S4. Front facing camera that records WVGA. I mean, it's an awesome device, and then you got a 1700 milliamp battery. In practical use, because it is sucking in 4G LTE, a continuous use should be at about 8 hours. At least that's what LG says. Equally as impressive, especially for a 4G LTE device, we're able to get a solid day's worth of normal usage with a full battery and tank. So it's not bad at all. LG also says you get about 500 minutes of continuous talk time on a single charge, so that's also, again, another plus. Call quality, this is where this was rather disappointing aspect of the device. Making phone calls on the Lucid provided muffled voices, numerous amounts of static noise when having prolonged conversations. I think it may be a software bug, that's yet to be seen, but either way, phone calls were a rather unpleasant experience all around. Callers had the same experience, so it wasn't specific to just this device, it's just the overall call quality. Let me get back to the screen here. Viewing angles are decent. You know, this is their Nova IPS display. Even though it's 800 by 480, it's a 4-inch screen. So the pixel density isn't too bad. I mean, I couldn't make out any pixels, and the people that cry about pixels and all that stuff, they're just Apple Android fanboys that just want too much out of the device. But this device is, let me take a look around here. It's pretty awesome. I would wish they added a dedicated camera button, because the camera is good enough, for a quick snapshot. I would love if they added a camera button like Windows Phone does, but I'm just picking off more than I can chew on that one. Overall, impressions of the LG Lucid are nothing short of impressive. When you add the internals, the build quality, overall user experience, Verizon seems to make Christmas come early this year. The $70.99 price is more than reasonable at this stage in the game, and if LG can continue to produce more devices similar to the Lucid in quality and in price, LG may very well find a nice future in one of the many Android OEMs out there. I would highly recommend the LG Lucid 4G LTE to someone looking to have a quality smartphone and doesn't want to dish out the cash. You can check us out on Google+, Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest. You can also check us out on our very own website at BWOne.com. And always remember to live your tech world in high definition. Thank you.